Hello everyone and welcome back to Emkin Gardening. Today we're going to be doing our year in review of 2022. I cannot believe the year is over. What a year. This is a pretty sentimental and kind of proud video for today because this was the first year that we started our YouTube channel. So we didn't even start at the beginning of 2022. We started in April of 2022 and have just been going since then. Ryan and I work 2 full-time jobs as teachers and obviously other things go on in life as well, and somehow we were able to be very consistent in putting 2 videos out for you all a week. And we grew a wonderful little community and we're so thankful and appreciative, and it's just mind-blowing to us that we've come so far just since April. So thank you first and foremost for sticking with us this year, and we're going to be highlighting some of our favorite parts of the year that we have tackled with our YouTube channel. So I just have a short list here of the things that Ryan and I really were proud of or that surprised us this year, things that really kind of stood out from 2022. So first was all of the pruning. We pruned so much at the beginning of the season. It's something that's like a normal spring chore that you have to do, but the results of our pruning were fantastic. We pruned all of our fruit trees, we pruned the hydrangeas, then we pruned all of our hydrangea standards, the hydrangea trees, and then we also did roses. In addition to pruning the roses, we also trained all of our roses, and the result of all of these things just jump-started these plants' growth. We had such a great production from all of these fruit trees, and then the roses just really appreciated the prune and the training, and they thrived. It was just beautiful, and it really goes to show how important pruning is at the beginning of the season. So we hope that when we get to that point in the year, we'll be doing some more pruning obviously in the spring 2023, but if you ever wanted to review any of those videos, you can go back and look. We go into extensive detail in those videos from this year. And then one of our favorite containers that we did was our monochromatic purple containers. They did really well. So in these containers was the Rocking Deep Purple Salvia, we had Supertunia Bordeaux, Violet Night Lobularia, Supertunia Priscilla, and Superbena Sparkling Amethyst. And the amount of purple saturation by the garage bed and how big everything got was just so fun to see. Everything did so well, and even after a hard frost, some of those Superbenas were still green. Obviously they didn't have blooms on them, but they were still going pretty strong. So we may not do another monochromatic style container combination this year. We may, I'm not sure yet. But it was definitely something that stood out to us and that surprised us in a positive way. So next was our Part Sun hanging baskets, particularly the Part Sun combo that Ryan picked out. In that combo, it was, one of them was a yellow begonia, and it had lemon slice super bells, it had lemon chiffon super bells, Superbena whiteout, and Illusions Midnight Lace Sweet Potato Vine. And then the other one was an orange begonia themed basket, and it had the orange begonia, it had 2 tangerine punch super bells, peachy keen Superbena, and the Illusions Midnight Lace Sweet Potato Vine. These Part Sun hanging baskets did so well. They were beautiful all season, and it was like the perfect amount of sun where we put them. They just thrived. They got so big in those beautiful Keter Resin Rattan hanging basket containers. It was one of our favorites. He did such a good job picking out those flower combinations and staying true to the sun requirements. so happy with them. Next year, we're probably going to be doing something similar, and I'm probably going to let Ryan pick them out again because he just does so well with that. Then we have our dahlias. I was pleasantly surprised with our dahlias. This was our first time putting dahlias in that front flower bed, and we picked those up really early in the season. I think we bought them in February, and they just sat around for months until we planted them. Do not recommend. And we just got them from the grocery store. But they did so well. I will say there's 2 varieties that did significantly better than the other ones, and I'll put those names down at the bottom of the screen here because I'm not remembering them off the top of my head. But the dahlias, I think, were showstoppers in that front flower bed, something we are going to repeat again this year, or at least somewhere in our garden we're going to be doing dahlias. We are going to be ordering them this year though, so keep an eye out for that video because we're going to actually be going through a dahlia company and not just picking them up at the grocery store and letting them sit forever. So they're going to be in much better quality and just starting off so much better. But I will say that I was very happy with the performance that they did give off, and we got some really nice flower arrangements from them, especially with the dahlias in those flower arrangements. It was beautiful, absolutely beautiful, and they hung around for a very long time into the fall, really deep into the fall we were still having dahlias. So that was very nice for us to know how long that they last in that area. Another highlight that we had from this season was using our 247 grow bags. If y'all been following us for a while, you know that we rave about these grow bags. And again, they did not disappoint us this year. We got so much produce from these grow bags. The amount of eggplants that we got, and peppers, oh my goodness, tomatoes, it was never ending. And they do so well. So that area that we had them in this year as well, I think, was what contributed to the amount of growth that we got. It got full sun predominantly all day. And then just having the grow bags doing their thing, it was a successful time. So we will definitely be continuing to put the grow bags in that spot. We do have some plans on the quantity, but knowing how well they do there, they're probably going to, at least a few of them will stay there for next year. And then a big project that we did this year that we are so happy about, might be one of our favorite ones, was creating that shade bed in the back corner of the backyard. Ryan did this so nicely. He cleared out all of that grass. He leveled it completely out and stacked all of those bricks for that nice brick border, and then we filled it up. We put it with some coleus, caladiums, lungwort, heucheras. We had surefire begonias, we had impatiens, we had the Fizzy Mizzy sweet spire in the back. That's that perennial that'll bloom in the shade as well. It was gorgeous, and we could see it through our kitchen window, and every time we looked out, we were just, oh, I'm so glad we did that bed there. It was so nice having just pops of color in that shady area, and it did not disappoint. We had the Hicks yew hedges behind it that offers a really nice evergreen structure there. They did really well, put on a lot of growth this season. They had those berries on it, which are gone now, so I'm assuming all the birdies came and ate them. So that was one of our favorite projects, I think, of 2022, was that shade bed. However, another big project that we did complete that we didn't think we were actually going to get to this year was the garage bed. Now that bed was a complete makeover. It was a hot mess coming into it. We had to clear out everything. Oh my gosh, there was those poisonous things in there. Yeah, and we had to be super careful and wear gloves and dispose of them separately. Oh yeah, that was a big project. clearing all of that out and then filling it up with beautiful things, most of which were perennials. We had the variegatus grasses, we had opening act ultra pink phlox, we had stratosphere pink garret in there, Miss Molly butterfly bushes, the price is white echinacea, we had happy stars echinacea, winky blue and white columbine, that one is beautiful. I'm excited for that one to come back in the spring. Goldstrom black-eyed Susans, we had Stairway to Heaven Jacob's Ladder, another one of our favorite shade-loving perennials. We had the big begonias, and then we popped in that little lime hydrangea. Such a great bed, and it had the tiger lilies that were already in there. And then at the very end of the season, we just popped the dwarf Alberta spruce in there, and I'm pretty sure we popped an azalea in there at the very end of the season as well, just to kind of winter them over in that space. They're not going to be staying there, most likely. But that project was big. That was a big project. And another really rewarding one that had just a ton of perennials in there for us to look forward to this year. The sun requirement was different in that bed, because I'm pretty sure all of those wanted like at least part sun to full sun, and they're not going to get it. They're going to get some part sun. So we'll see. We'll see how they go. But that was a very rewarding project and something that surprised us that we were going to get done, because we didn't think we were going to get it done. And then next, another huge highlight for us was our massive peach harvest this year. The amount of peaches that we harvested must have been over 100. We gave a lot of them away. We made 2 peach pies. We made peach cobbler. We froze, so we have so many peaches in our freezer right now. It was a phenomenal peach harvest year. Something that definitely was a positive of 2022. And hopefully we'll get we probably won't get as much, because we know that fruit trees kind of go in waves every other year, but hopefully we'll still get like a good handful next year, because it was just lovely having peaches. Just like the sweet bite of a peach, juicy, oh, so good. Okay. And then moving into the fall, one of the things that really stood out to us was our fall containers. We did a big, massive fall plant haul, and we filled up a whole bunch of containers that we decorated our yard with. They were amazing. We got so many compliments on them. Some of them included, we had ornamental cabbage, ornamental peppers, we had the American Gold Rush Black-Eyed Susan, Rudbeckia, vanilla butterfly Marguerite daisies, Jester millet grasses, we had the charmed wine shamrock, we had ivy, the pure white butterfly Marguerite daisies, jade princess, jester grasses, and the spin top mariachi copper sun gaillardia. Some of those are perennials, and they will come back this next year. Even though they're wintering over in the containers, they'll be just fine. So that's something to look forward to too. But we had never really gone that full out in fall before with our plants, and it was really nice. It was something to look forward to when we came in, when all of those spring and summer blooms were kind of like fizzling out. We had these wonderful containers scattered all around our yard filled with beautiful fall arrangements. So that was something that was really lovely for this year. And then a big thing that took up our fall was all of our tulip, daffodil, and allium bulb planting. We planted so many different varieties this year. We planted ice follies and topsy-turvy in containers. We did big ups and Morris Gutenov tulips in our crabapple and pine tree bed. We did over 100 gold shoulder daffodils in the backyard. We did the Trident and Metamorphic duo in our driveway bed. I'm really looking forward. We planted so many in that driveway bed. There's going to be no way when we pull in the springtime that that's not going to fill us with joy, because there's going to be so many beautiful purple colors in that bed. And then we got a huge tick off of one of my bucket lists with planting alliums with the Globe Master and the Ambassador alliums. Those big purple spherical blooms. I'm so excited for the summer to have those blooming. I've always wanted them, always, and we finally got them, and I'm so excited. And then just a ton of big ups, and then gentle giants at Roots Learning Center where I teach. Speaking of Roots Learning Center, that was something that was also touching to me this year, was being able to kind of contribute part of our passion for gardening through Emkin Gardening with Roots, the school that I teach at. So we were able to do a flower bed for them and then ended up planting tulips for next spring as well. I'm hoping to do a lot more collaborations with them this following year, and I have a lot of really exciting things planned for some of the other spaces that they have, so hopefully that's something to look forward to next year. And then for the holiday season, I was really happy with the succulent wreath that we did. That was a project that was a little bit intimidating to me, but it was so fun and creative. We got the succulent cuttings from Mountain Crest Gardens, and we were able to just create this beautiful wreath. And we've watered it a couple times, and the roots that are coming out of these succulents, remember they were cuttings, they didn't have any roots. They're like growing out this side, like trying to find the moss. They're doing so well. So I'm really excited that that project turned out as good as I was envisioning it to. So that was definitely a highlight. And then our very last highlight that made us just really happy was doing all of the garden tours for you all. This was something that I hope we can do more of this next year, just to document more of the beginning to end kind of process of the garden. But it was so fun to just walk around the garden spaces in the front yard, the driveway bed in the backyard, and kind of show the progress of everything that we've been working on, and just seeing the reward firsthand of everything that we've been putting all this love and effort into, and seeing these wonderful results. It's also a great learning experience too, because not everything works out, you know. There's always garden failures, and there's always things that just don't make it for whatever reason. So, you know, we always like to humanize the gardening process. We don't want to sugarcoat anything for you all, and I think the garden tours really help showcase that, because you get to see everything, you know, the good, the bad, the ugly, the beautiful. So I think the garden tours were something that we really, really appreciated, not just for you all, because you all seem to really enjoy the garden tours, but for us as well, just documenting the process. And it really allowed us to kind of sit back and be like, wow, like we've done a lot this year. Like we did a lot this year. So we're really proud of ourselves, and you know, we really enjoyed, you know, working together to kind of make and create these beautiful things. And so we're so glad that you all enjoyed it as well. So again, thank you so much for coming along this journey with us in 2022. We've only been live on YouTube since April, so we're really excited to put in a full year this next year in 2023. We have so much planned for you all. In the next couple of videos, we're going to be talking a little bit about it, but we also want to keep some things secret and surprise you all with them. We just love this little community that we're building, and we're so thankful and appreciative that you all are here and enjoying it along with us. We are looking forward to the 2023 year. I think it's going to bring everyone just abundance. I think that's going to be my word for this year, is abundance. But I wish that upon everybody, abundance and love and light, and I'm really excited. I hope you are too. Here's to a next chapter. Oh, as you could tell, I cut my hair. I chopped that off and I donated it. We got over 12 inches to donate. So starting the year fresh with a new do, going to donate to Wigs for Kids. So that was something positive to start the year off with. And now I look like my mom, which is not a bad thing because she's beautiful. So if you liked this video, give us a thumbs up, comment down below, especially if one of these things that we talked about was also a highlight for you following us along on this journey. or if you had a video that really stood out to you that was something that we didn't talk about, feel free to comment it down below so we can see what you all really liked this year. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you don't miss out on anything coming up in 2023, and we have so much planned for you. Again, from the bottom of our hearts, thank you for following along, and we hope to see you in 2023. Bye.